Good evening, members of the school board, principal, faculty members, president of the PTO. I'm here today to ask to save our wrestling program. Our wrestling program, as you know, is in danger of being cut. It is in danger of being cut because of lack of funds and the lack of winning that has been produced for the last 10 years. We all know that wrestling isn't really a really big popular high school sport. But wrestling teaches amazing characteristics for our young men. Wrestling should not be taken out of our school. The wrestling program is a big part of our school and has been a big part of our school for the last 50 years. Head coach Munson has been a pioneer of our school, of Lakewood High School. He has been the wrestling coach for the last 25 years. Might I add, he has won 3 state championships, 5 All-Americans, and 5 conference championships, and 2 times Coach of the Year. So, he is a very good coach for a person to save our wrestling program. Wrestling. What does wrestling teach? Other than players to wrestle. Wrestling teaches a lot of life lessons. Life lessons such as discipline. It is truly possible to succeed in wrestling It is impossible to succeed in wrestling if you're not disciplined. If you are disciplined, wrestling can teach you life skills on and off the mat. Wrestling not only requires you to have 2 or 3 hours of practice a day, but it is the only sport where a 5'10", 100-pound player can become the best wrestler in the world. It is possible for anyone to achieve their dreams in wrestling. Not only training is very ruling and rigorous, but it teaches you how to be disciplined, how to eat healthy, keep your weight up, and keep your weight down. And wrestling also can enhance beyond the sport. As we know, wrestling not only focuses on teammates and equipment, but wrestling enhances physical attributes such as quickness, strength, flexibility, endurance, balance, agility, and coordination. All of these that are needed for our young men in today's society. Wrestlers are truly some of the best well-conditioned athletes on the planet. And if you're a wrestler, you will be truly in shape. But what does wrestling really teach? It really teaches you to be mentally tough. That's what head coach Munson teaches our team every day. That's what Lakewood High School needs. It needs a program to be mentally tough. When you hear coaches saying like everything is 90% mental, it really teaches you that wrestling is more than just a physical, grueling sport. It teaches you to be tough. Now, in wrestling, it teaches you that when your man has you pinned down for more than 4 or 5 seconds, what are you going to do? Are you going to give up or are you going to keep fighting? In the sport of wrestling, it teaches you to always keep going as hard as you can and giving your best 100% of the time. Why would we want to cut a program that teaches our young men that? In today's society, so many of our young people are doing some of the wrong things and being part of the wrong things. By having a positive program such as wrestling in our school, it will not only keep young kids out of trouble, but it will also teach our young men discipline and how to be prideful in their school and also to be mentally tough. And in wrestling, unlike basketball or football where you have to be the biggest guy on the field or the biggest, tallest girl on the court, wrestling accepts anyone and everyone. It is a truly successful sport which anyone who ever wants to try wrestling can succeed at it. A kid that's about 4'9", 4'11" can succeed and hope to shine because he has to be mentally tough and strong. So, and also, our wrestling program also teaches you what you put in is exactly what you're going to get out. So, Coach Munson always stresses to his team that whenever you're always fighting on that mat and you find yourself wanting to give up, you never give up. Because wrestling truly teaches you beyond life. It teaches you what you get in is what you're going to get out. So if you put in half effort, you're going to have half effort back. But he teaches you by putting in 110%, you will be successful on and off the mat. Wrestling always also teaches you teamwork. By having a team in the program, it is beyond something that's truly special and remarkable. Being a part of the team is like being a part of the family. So if we eliminate this program, it's like eliminating one of the families. What will the coaches be doing? What will the players do? They have been wrestling and teaching wrestling their whole lives. And for us to want to cut it because of budget, it simply isn't fair. So I am proposing that we will fundraise, we will do whatever it takes to keep this program afloat, because it is a big-time program in our school and a big-time program in everyone's heart here. If we were to cut the wrestling program, it would be a huge deficit to our school. It would be like taking a part of the family away. And we really need this wrestling program to be a part of our school in order to continue to be successful. And what are we teaching our kids if we were just to take something away from them that they work so hard for? We will teach them that not only they can't work hard, they will be killing their dreams. Take Dan for an example. He's an All-American wrestler. He has potentially scholarship offers from a lot of Division I schools. And if we was to cut the wrestling program, what then? He wouldn't have an opportunity to wrestle anymore. He wouldn't have an opportunity to be a part of it anymore because it wouldn't be a program anymore. And what do I tell his family? That he worked so hard for? I'm sorry, we can't have a couple of. It's because of funds or because the sport isn't popular enough. I believe in working hard for what you put in, and our wrestling program does that. Coach Munson is a great coach, and we need this wrestling program to be a part of our school. And as active athletic director, I believe in him, and I believe in our program, and I believe he is willing to do whatever it takes to be successful on and off the mat. And that's what it takes to be successful in today's society. We teach our kids to be disciplined, organized, and team first. That's what he believes in, and that's why he's so successful for the last 50 years of coaching. He is a great coach. We have a great team here, and if it's eliminated, it will break all their hearts. And it will break mine too. So, not only wrestling could be beneficial mentally, physically, on and off the mat, but it could be beneficial as families as well. By having all the parents and all your family come out and support you for these kids, it means the world to them. And what if I was to tell them their families are no longer, a lot of parents are involved with their kids, and what would you tell them that? Tell them that you can't watch your son compete in an athletic event because it was cut. By saving this program would mean much more to just saving just using a couple of dollars. By saving this program will save kids' lives. We'll give them an opportunity to achieve their dreams. By hard work. Coach Munson always preaches hard work always pays off. And if we do that, we'll be fine. Thank you for listening to my speech, School Board, and hopefully we can continue to save our wrestling program. Thank you.